1 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Abdurrafe Sohail. First, the headlines. On World Human Rights Day, President and Prime Minister have reiterated Pakistan's commitment to continue extending moral, political and diplomatic support to the Kashmiris. As the World Human Rights Day is being observed across the globe today, India continues to violate Kashmiris' human rights with impunity. OIC delegation led by Secretary General arrived in Islamabad today on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. And the 51st martyrdom anniversary of Sawar Muhammad Hussain Nishan-e-Haider is being observed today. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Arif Alvi and the Prime Minister Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif have reiterated Pakistan's commitment to continue extending moral, political and diplomatic support to the Kashmiris in achieving their legitimate right to self-determination. In their separate messages on World Human Rights Day today, they said we must continue our collective efforts to ensure that the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir are able to enjoy the same rights and freedoms as available to any citizens of a free state. In his message, President Dr. Arif Alvi urged the United Nations and the international community to play their due role so that Kashmiris can also enjoy all their human rights as guaranteed under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and in the Security Council resolutions. In his message, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif urged the world community to renew its political will for protection of human rights. In a tweet today, he said, present global tumult is explained by denial of fundamental rights to oppressed people, which as Kashmiris in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and the Palestinians. The Prime Minister said societies whose foundations are built on human rights prosper faster than others. As the World Human Rights Day is being observed across the globe today, Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir continues to reel under violent and brutal Indian occupation and political injustice. A report released by Kashmir Media Service today said that Universal Declaration of Human Rights on 10th December 1948 was indeed a milestone, but the Kashmiris' human rights continue being violated with impunity. The report said Indian occupational forces have been violating the UDHR in the occupied territory for the last 7 decades and are mercilessly killing, arresting, torturing, harassing and humiliating innocent Kashmiris of every age and gender for demanding their right to self-determination. Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah has reiterated that coalition government is ready to hold unconditional talks with the opposition. Talking to media in Lahore this morning, he said President Dr. Arif Alvi is trying to facilitate the talks. He said the practice of filing false cases against the political opponents should be shunned. He said the cases against PDM leaders are being disposed of on merit. Interior Minister said British-based newspaper Daily Mail tendered apology for publishing the baseless story against Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and that PTI leadership should also apologize. He said PTI leadership is bent upon destroying the country for political designs. OIC Secretary General Hussain Brahim Taha, accompanied by a 5-member delegation, arrived in Islamabad today on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. He is visiting at the invitation of Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. During his visit, the OIC Secretary General will call on Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and hold delegation-level talks with the Foreign Minister to discuss issues on the agenda of OIC, including Jammu and Kashmir, Islamophobia and humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. He will also visit Azad Jammu and Kashmir. The Secretary General's visit will enable exchange of views on how OIC can galvanize itself further to deliver on the aspirations of 1.9 billion Muslims that it represents. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari visited the Asia-Pacific headquarters of Meta, based in Singapore, where he launched the STARS program for monetization in Pakistan. In a video message on the occasion, he said Pakistani creators can now earn off their content through new Facebook STARS feature. The 51st martyrdom anniversary of Sawar Muhammad Hussain Shaheed Nishan-e-Haider is being observed today. He was the first soldier to be awarded Nishan-e-Haider. His fearless actions in the 1971 war inflicted heavy losses on the enemy, destroying 16 Indian tanks, thus providing that courage knows no bounds. Sawar Hussain was born on 18th January 1949 at Jatli village in Gujjar Khan and embraced Shahadat on this day in 1971 while fighting valiantly at Zafarwal Shagargarh sector. In the quarter-final round of FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar, Morocco will take on Portugal at 8 p.m., while England will play against France at 12 midnight. On the second day of second cricket test against England at Multan, Pakistan in their first innings were all out for 202 at lunch. Earlier, England in their first innings scored 281 runs. England lead by 3-1. And that is all for now. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.